Scoop Central. All right. Starting off hot. Batman, Brave and the Bold. Tom King is writing the script for the movie. The movie will be inspired by the Grant Morrison run of Batman Incorporated, which heavily featured Damian Wayne, which we know is the focus of the film. Batman Inc. also featured different Batman in other countries around the world, etc. Gunn will also incorporate this into the film. So, multiple Batman characters will be in the film to explain the idea of Batman's influence and why these characters, such as the Bat Family, exists already. The Bat Family is in essence part of Batman Incorporated. Batwoman will be in this film instead of Batgirl, and she will be working for Wayne Enterprises. How are we feeling about that? How are we feeling about that? Okay? That's my question. Because honestly, for me, I like the whole Batman Incorporated vibe. And this kind of solidifies what I've already been saying quite a bit when it comes to the DCU is we need to be smack dab in the middle of like Young Justice seasons 2 and 3 or something. You know what I mean? Like that's where the DCU should start with Superman. And that's pretty much where Batman Incorporated came into the fray as well. So if we're getting all of this craziness happening, I am so down for it, bro. Like, honestly, this sounds incredible. And I know a lot of people might have an issue with Batman Inc. And if you guys don't know about Batman Incorporated and that run of comics and whatnot, basically Batman creates a international Batman incorporation where there's Batman all over the place, and you know they get all of that stuff going, right? There's so much stuff going on with that. So if James Gunn is actually trying to do this Batman Incorporated, I think it's a really good idea, because then you get not multiple chances really, but you get multiple iterations of this character, and you know people really rock with Batman, and we haven't seen this before, and people already have been saying, oh man, I don't want to see too many Batman. Like, oh, we're gonna have two Batman at one time, like, and you know what James Gunn is the type of person to do? It's like, oh, people think that two Batman is too many Batman. Oh, all right. Let's bring Batman Incorporated in and bring a entire world of Batman, because it sounds like Batman's going to be the first. We're going to be saying Batman a lot. We're going to be saying Batman a lot. So just get ready. It sounds like Batman is the first superhero of this universe, possibly, or he is the one that he's probably the first or has the greatest influence because of what he's been doing with Gotham and all that other stuff, right? So knowing all the things that we know, and like I said, you know, Batman Incorporated, if that's the vibe here, then yeah, that will be incredible. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what will be happening. It sounds wild, right? I mean, we got Tom King writing the script, and the movie since it's inspired by Grant Morrison's run, right? I think that's going to be pretty dope if this comes to fruition. Batman Incorporated and all of that is, like I said, it's something that we kind of see taking place within Young Justice. And I think they handled it really smooth with all the Batman and then Orphan and then, you know, all the stuff that they did. It just was handled really smoothly. And I had a really good time with it. And then, you know, in the introduction of Damian, I think Damian gets introduced. and all of it. It just works really well. And it just sounds like we're going to be getting Young Justice live action in a really big way, and I really am hoping for that. James is gonna take my money. I just want to know if y'all rocking with this. I mean, once again, we'll have to wait and see what happens. You know I'm not a hater, Sensei, but I don't trust anything from DC till I see some proof of concept. Been burned too many times. No, I agree. But we can at least say, hey, some of the stuff we've talked about here has come to fruition, and we know at least it's conversations, right? I mean, yeah. So if this is at least the conversations that are happening, I'm down for it. And once again, it does sound very possible. It sounds very possible. Like super duper possible. Sorry, the woman workers being undercover has been a stereotype of women in movies mostly, but we never see a male character as a side worker. Jimmy Olsen could be awesome. Can they just see her in her own field? The only thing I'd love is if she's in the military weapons division. That's the only way it'll make sense. Hope it's not like Gwen in Spider-Verse working as an intern. Like, Gwen is an amazing Spider-Man. Wait, what? Well, Batwoman, I understand what you're saying. I don't think they're going to do her like that. Batwoman is Bruce's cousin. So she probably wouldn't have an intern type of job, but I do understand what you're saying. They did do a Jimmy Olsen having a side work. No, I guess he wasn't really a side worker in Supergirl. He was like No, he was a side worker like her. He just was popular. Well, I don't know. He kind of got the Clark Kent treatment a little bit, but he did become a superhero. But I do understand what you're saying, like the whole woman secretary or whatever, and yeah, I understand what you're saying. That's kind of weird. It is definitely weird. But if they did give her own field, like what you're saying, I think that would actually be pretty dope, and it would definitely bring a lot of development to her character without having to show too much at the same time. Like you don't have to show Bruce Wayne doing hella as you don't have to show Bruce Wayne doing a lot. You just show him doing a couple things as Bruce Wayne, and that's what Batman does when he's not Batman, And if they give her that same type of vibe to where someone comes to her, or we just meet her regularly just as Kate, right? Kate, is that her name? I feel like her name is Kate. I might be wrong. But if we just meet her as Kate, and then the next thing we know, she uses that information, and then she's just, boom, Batsuit. Like, that would be cool. I'm down for it. Like I said, I love Batman, and I think having the Bat family is a vibe already. So if we're getting all these other Batmen across the world, I think that would be really dope. But all we can do is kind of wait and see what's going to happen. And, but, this is Scoop Central, baby, and that's what the scoop is that we got when it comes to Batman. All right. Moving on to our next scoop for the DCU Trinity. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, David Corenswet as Superman, and whoever they cast as Batman. Zaslav wants Gadot to cameo in Superman Legacy to tie her to the DCU before her solo film. The reason they kept Gadot is mainly because they need a bankable star to bolster their potential sale to Comcast next spring. I say potential because Netflix is a major dark horse candidate to purchase WBD. So instead of just licensing IPs, they would have the content outright. So that is that for the DCU Trinity. We will be seeing Gadot get her, or Gadot. I think it's Gadot. Is it Gadot or Gadot? Let me know. But we will be seeing her reprise her role as Wonder Woman. And yeah, it's going to be a different take on her, though. You know, they're going to use that show on HBO Max, on Max. That's going to be the Game of Thrones style Themyscira show. They're going to use that to give more lore and depth to what's going on with her. And I believe they're also going to be giving her a different Trevor, whatever Brez's name is that she likes. They're going to give a different person for that. And, you know, just change up a lot so they're able to stand aside from what the old Wonder Woman did. And yeah, that's gonna be the DCU Trinity. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but we're gonna get Supes, Batman, and Wonder Woman. And what it sounds like is Batman is gonna have been a superhero for a while, and Wonder Woman either has been a superhero for a while or she's just now coming to like the rest of Earth and not just being in Themyscira. But I'm not sure what vibe they're gonna go with. But you know, let me know how you feel about it. I'm not mad at it. I thought she was perfect casting for Wonder Woman, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of her for Wonder Woman, but I understand what they're going with. I understand it. I know people are going to be like, yo, we got rid of Henry Cavill, but we kept Gal Gadot. She ain't even that good. You know what I mean? Like, I know people are going to say that, but it makes sense. I think we talked about this in a previous Scoop Central as well. She got a crazy standing ovation at the Doom event. Like Netflix's To Doom event, they had it. She got a crazy standing ovation, and Henry Cavill also got a really big ovation as well. But they were going crazy for Gal Gadot. Like, for a fat minute. They were like, yo, she's like, they went insane. Everyone was surprised. Like, everybody, including her. She was like, bro, I had no idea. And then WBD was like, bro, we had no idea. And they was like, yo, let's keep that going. You know? That's what James Gunn wants. Maybe she's the Wonder Woman that he's going for. Hey, if we're getting like a Wonder Woman that's already established, and I would love if she has a sidekick as well. You know, if Wonder Woman had, what is Wonder Woman? Is Wonder Woman's sidekick's name Wonder Girl? That doesn't sound right, right? No, that's not right. Does Wonder Woman? Is her name also Wonder Woman? I don't know. Is it Wonder Girl? Wonder Girl sounds wild. You know, that just doesn't sound right. Damn, I guess it is right. I'll be damned. Wonder Girl, Superboy. Damn. Kid Flash. They really wasn't putting too much thought into them sidekick names. But I guess sidekick, that's like the staple of a sidekick, right? Is having the younger version of the name. Can't really hate on that. But yeah, yo, I would love to see it. I would love a universe where Batman and Wonder Woman have already been superheroes and Superman is just now being introduced, and he's showing everyone the new status quo of what it means to be a superhero. What? Bro, sign me all the way up for that, because that sounds dope as hell. I'm not going to lie. I mean, that's who Superman is, right? He is the status quo. And, you know, I think giving him that character depth of, you know, not one. I know people hate Boy Scout Superman, but I love Boy Scout Superman. And because Boy Scout Superman isn't just a pushover. It's not like he's just all sunshine and rainbows and, hey guys, let's fight for truth, justice, and the American way, and that's it. Nah, like he gonna whoop that ass for truth, justice, and the American way. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna fight tooth and nail for truth, justice, and the American way. Like Captain America in Endgame, when he freaking just and he just tightens it, bro, that is Superman. You know what I mean? Like that's Superman right there. And I think him fighting Doomsday was dope and stuff like that. But I really feel like when we get that Boy Scout Superman that will whoop that ass for, like, as a Boy Scout, I love that version because he don't take no shit and he be set tripping, and that's why him and Batman be set tripping with each other. And that is a great way to establish some beef between Superman and Batman if Batman already got this entire freaking syndicate of Batman across the world doing, like, fighting crime. Like, that's cool, that's dope, but at the same time, I can see why that could be an issue. You know what I'm saying? And imagine, like, 5 Batman fighting against Superman. What? That would be crazy. I want an established Justice League. I'm tired of seeing them come together. Let them tackle something as a team for once. Well, from what we know, what we've got from the Scoop Centrals before, right, is we're going to see Superman going against the Authority and the Green Lanterns and their whole idea of how to fight crime or whatever, and that might also include Batman Incorporated, right? And like I said, Superman showing the new status quo of what it means to be a hero, and then that kind of be the buildup of the Justice League team. So I think we're gonna see the Justice Society. We're either seeing the JSA or the JLA already established, but the actual Justice League isn't gonna be something that's, you know, happening just yet. And actually, speaking of Green Lantern, we can just move right on into the last thing in Scoop Central, and that is Blackest Night. A while back, I mentioned that this was in development. This crossover series was supposed to cross over into all of DC television before all the DC shows got canceled and led into the new DCU. Gunn has since axed that, and Gunn has no plans for Kyle Rayner showing up anytime soon. Guy Gardner will be the main Lantern of the DCU. Hal Jordan will come later and will be cast older, so we will most likely see him get, like, killed off or something. Jon Stewart will come later and will team up with Gardner, but absolutely no Kyle Rayner anytime soon. So Guy Gardner will be our main Green Lantern of the DCU. And that connects to all of the scoops that we've had, as well as the casting for Guy Gardner in the DCU as well. So that kind of hits all 3 scoops that we've had for this at once. Let me know how y'all feel about this Blackest Night project coming into the fray. And we know that Green Lantern is going to be in Superman Legacy along with a multitude of other heroes to set up the greater world and just things like that, which we're all I'm pretty sure we've all been vocal about being excited about that. And I'm hyped to see that happen and come into fruition. Like, for real. That sounds fire. Do you think they'd ever do a live-action Justice League Dark Apocalypse War to kill off the old DCEU? Actually, that would be freaking pretty dope. That actually is going to be pretty dope. That sounds really cool. Superman versus Guy Gardner is definitely going to be Chef's Kiss on the big screen. Bruh, we're supposed to see some pretty dope stuff. Like, I've got a couple scoops on, like, actual action scenes that are supposed to be happening in the movie, like, supposedly, and I am all for it, yo. Like, one of the things that we heard is, like, Soups is going to actually punch bro into the atmosphere type shit. Like, that, if that happens, bruh, we are in for a damn good time. Blackest Night I think will be 100 times harder to pull off than in game. Yeah, it would be for sure, for sure. But if we go once again, if we go into this already established DC universe and all this stuff has already happened, then we would be in a good spot to introduce like, yo, Guy Gardner actually isn't dead. He actually went crazy and started doing all this other shit. You know what I mean? Or Guy Gardner gets reintroduced and they're like, yo, how have you been alive this whole time? Or something wild like that, you know? That would be insane. Or Hal Jordan. I'm sorry, I kept saying Guy Gardner. I meant Hal Jordan. Excuse me, I misspoke. Like, yo, Hal Jordan, yo, how where you been this whole time, G? Like, what happened? I've been murdering Green Lanterns because I went crazy. Or something crazy like that. Imagine each Infinity Stone connected to emotions, different characters, and universes, planets. Yeah, that would be insane. That would be crazy to tie in the emotional spectrum to the Infinity Stones. I don't even know how that would happen. Should they skip to Wally West Flash? I think that would be the best thing to do. I think we've seen too many iterations of Barry Allen at this point, and I think a lot of people like Wally West more than Barry Allen too. I don't want to get attacked for that or anything, but I think a lot of people prefer Wally West as the Flash. You know, I'm pretty sure he's also faster, right? I'm pretty sure Wally West is the fastest, like the fastest Flash that there's been, comic book wise and shit like that too, right? I don't think I'm wrong about that. But yeah, so I think they should. If we're in this already established universe, we can even have it be like Barry Allen is lost in the time somewhere. You feel me? And just do some shit like that, and then just always talk about him and be like, "Yo, yeah, we lost him in the fight before." You know, and that'd be one of the things that sucked about not having Superman. You know, like people died before Superman came around, or something, or some shit like that. I don't know. But I think Barry Allen is good and done. We got it. We had an amazing run with him with the Flash show, even though it ended a little rocky. We had a movie with the Flash too. You know, it was a movie for sure. And I think if we could just move past that, start giving Wally West some damn respect on his name, bring in another side, some more sidekicks. You know, bring in that. They can bring in anyone, bring any of the other Flashes in as they want to. Ooh, there it is. My neck was tight. How would you guys feel about skipping to Wally West Flash? What Flash would you want? Barry Allen, or are you good with skipping Barry Allen and going to Wally West? Another great way to set themselves aside. It's just with the Flash comes the multiverse immediately. Like there's not having a multiverse. That's just what the Flash leads to. You know what I mean? Like there is no not having a multiverse with the Flash around. It's literally like automatic. Like, oh, is there a Flash in this universe? Okay, the multiverse exists. Yeah. It's always been kind of wild to me how Spider-Man is like the Flash and Superman's characters, but not either of those characters at all at the same time, It's always wild. That's always been wild to me. Because, like, Spider-Man is, like, connected to the multiverse kind of the same way that the Flash is. But Spider-Man is also kind of like that Superman character of, Captain America is really, like, the truth, justice, and American way type of vibe. But Spider-Man is really, like, the Boy Scout, I guess you could say Cap is a Boy Scout, but I think that's more MCU Cap is a Boy Scout. I might be wrong about that, though. But you know what I mean? I think Spider-Man has always been kind of like a Boy Scoutish character, and that's why it's always hit so hard when his character goes to those darker tones and those darker vibes. It just hits different. I want Billy Maguire as the Flash. Okay, that's different. Billy Maguire as the Flash is crazy. Let's not do that. But yeah, yo. Let me know how y'all feel about all that stuff that we've talked about in Scoop Central today. If y'all are not in the Discord already, go on and jump on in the Discord. You can jump in the Scoop Central chat as well and tell me how you feel about all the scoops. And we have some other scoops in there that we haven't even talked about on the shows yet. Like, that's where you can get all the updated scoops of what's going on is in the Discord. So make sure y'all jump on in there so you can be on in there, if you know what I'm saying. I understand why the Flash is connected to the multiverse because light speed physics, blah, 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 blah. But why the fuck are spiders connected to the multiverse? I don't understand. Yeah, I never really understood that either, but, webs. That's really just it. It's just because webs. Like, because webs is really the answer to that question, and I'm sorry about that. Like, I'm sorry about that. But, because webs is the answer. Yeah. I don't know. Blue Maguire is Evil Peter from Spider-Man 3. Yeah, I got you. The Spider-Verse is connected by the web of life and destiny. This is a subsection of the Marvel multiverse that connects all versions of Spider-Man from across the multiverse in a series of shared events and attributes. The idea is that every universe that has a spider hero, they are part of this great web. And that's it. That's the best I could do. What movies